Today, we're going to be talking about something that's pretty hot right now. We're going to be diving into the world of MLOps.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's a
specifically,
good one.
we're going to be looking at professional certifications
Yeah.
in this field.
Nice.
Yeah.
MLOps is,
If you're out there and you're thinking about maybe getting a certification in this space,
yeah.
this is the episode for you because we're going to be talking all about what it could mean for your career.
30 GB RAM, sorry, 30 GB hard disk minimum, and 8 GB RAM. I'm going for it. 2 CPU. 2 CPU is minimal, okay? So launch time. And this is the machine. Okay, so this will become a KX. So what I'm trying to use this as a master also, workstation also, and worker also, just for quick stuff. So this machine will act like everything. So let me log into this guy and Rajesh, open up, accept Ubuntu, enter, and become root. So, and are you able to see screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so now same thing, you know these steps. Ubuntu Kubernetes, and this one I'm going to use the script. So let me set up this, and now the setup latest, and then switch mode 755 and up, and run this. Now this will create two things. It will create master and workstation. For converting into worker, I need to run some commands, which I will run it. So now what are the topics we are going to cover? So meanwhile, let me discuss. So here I'm going to teach you config map, secrets, and PV, PVC, RBAC. So these are the few topics which I want you to understand that. So what is config map? Yesterday I was talking, actually we missed the in between. Config map means store a data in cluster. Simple. But which format? Key and value format. So this is called config map. Okay, so now let me show you some example for the work. Config map. This tutorial, you can read this in detail later on. But right now, look at this. This is the content which I want to store in the cluster and use inside a pod during run. So I'm creating a
Can you share
config
this
map.
tutorial link in group?
Yeah, sure. I'll put it up. So this command will create a config map, get CM, describe CM. So something like that. After that, once you create the config map, you can see that CM is an aliases for it. After that, how can we use in the pod? So this is a pod. You see that pod spec volume. So volumes, the config map, you need to mount it at the pod volumes. So if you see that here, I created a config map, my config. Here my config, I'm mounting this key at this path. This is the file name. The content of this file, the content of this value, this is the key, mind it. The value of this key will be stored in this file. So this is a pod.spec.volume. After mounting at the pod level, you have to mount inside the after attaching this is called attachment, okay? This is called mounting. So after attaching the config at the pod, you have to mount inside a container. So in this you have two containers, but in a first container, if you see, this attachment is getting mounted at this path. That means in this file you will see this file, and this location you will see this file, and content you will see which you have here. So this is something which you have to do. So my cluster is set up. Now I have to make this as a worker also. So Kubernetes make master scheduleable. So this command, if you run, this cluster master will work like a worker also. Enter. Done. Okay, so this command I'm putting up in your notes. I'll share with you. So I'm done. My cluster is ready. Now I'm going to show you the code for it. So let's copy this file, vi, enter, and then put the content, save it. Now create a config map, get the config map, and describe the config map. Okay, so done. Now I'm going to create this pod. pi pod.yaml, save it. kubectl apply -f pod.yaml. And now see the pod. Containers are there, creating. Just wait for a few seconds. Now running. Now you want to see the file. So run this command to see the file. kubectl execute this one. More path of the file would be this one, and content would be this one. See, look at the file. So this is how you can store the content in the config map, and using the pod, the content will be secured in the cluster, and you can call that key value in the cluster any places. Understood?
Understood. Yeah.
Now next one is secrets. So what is secrets? So secrets is equal to config map. Secrets is equal to config map. But then you'll ask, what is the difference between secret and config map? So secret is equal to config map is the same thing, plus the data is encoded. Mind it, I said encoded and stored. Mind it, that's the difference. Here When you use config map, you can see the content here when you describe. See here, when I describe the config map, I can see the content, key, value. Okay, so I can see that. But in the secret, the data will be encoded and then stored. That's the difference. Rest of things will be same. For example, Kubernetes secret. This will help you. Okay, so this will help you. Now see here, kind is equal to secret. Now here, this is the key value. So last time I created a config map using command line. Okay, this time YAML file. Okay, you can create a secret through YAML file also, command line also, no problem.
Okay.
So here, what do you want? Secret. How many keys and values you have? 2. Username, key, value, key, value. But actually this value is encoded. How can you encode? This is the real value. Using base 64 you are encoding actually. Okay, so
Okay.
let me show you here. So this is a encoded. So you create this one. Let me create this vi secret.yaml and I and kubectl create -f secret and kubectl get secrets. This is the secret. So that's the only difference. Rest of this pod will be same. Here you are attaching it. Here you are mounting it. All these commands you have here. Understood now?
So basically here you're showing me that where we are attaching the pod and where we are mounting that procedure you're showing me in config map as well as how we can do it with command line. That is what you're saying, right? With
Yeah,
secret
yeah,
key.
yeah. Everything you can do through command line and YAML file. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. So now PV and PVC. What is this? So see what happens when you have a pod. Let's see how many pods you have. I have this pod. There are certain data we have in the pod. So if pod is gone because of some reason, accidental reason, you lose the data also permanently. Okay. See here, pod is deleted, data is gone also. See here, gone. Data is also gone, pod is gone. So the question is, how do we persist the data beyond the life cycle of the pod? That is something the problem which you have. So PV, PVC, I'll share with you one tutorial which will help you. And this will, no. So many tutorials we have. This will be the simple one. Okay, so what we have, so PV and PVC, these are the two resources which we have. Using that, you can make the data persistent beyond the life cycle of the pod. Okay, how?
Okay.
So create a PV. What do you want? PV. PV stand for persistent volume. This is the technology. Plugins. Multiple plugins are supported. Host path is the one of the plugins to store the data in the worker machine only. Easy to learn actually. The many plugins are available actually. Now, how much this is the path for host path? 1 GB. So what do you want? I'm creating PVs. So here pi pv.yaml and save it. kubectl get PV, no PV. I create one PV and create it. Now I have a 1 GB PV. So how do we use this? So then that is a PVC claim. So you have to claim it to use it in the pod. So here I'm claiming it vi pvc.yaml, and here you are claiming it. So kubectl get pvc claim you have no. Let me create one claim. Create -f pvc but YAML. I created a claim. So now you see here this PV claimed by this PVC. Okay, bounded. Earlier it was available. Now after that you have to use this PVC, name of the PVC in the pod. So pod volume attachment this PVC, and here you are mounting inside a container at this path. That means anything the pod will store here, actually it will store here. Pod is gone, data will be there. Let me check. Vi pv pod dot yaml, enter and save. Done. And I'm creating this pod kubectl create -f, created a pod kubectl get pods pod, creating now. See here. Now I want to store some data. So here inside the pod you want to store some data, right? So kubectl exec, sorry, kubectl exec, this one, touch this file I created. Sorry, Debugschool path will, sorry, my bad. This path should be this one. See, this file is created. I want to verify this file. See, that file is there. Now this file should be here. See here. See, the file is here. If you delete this pod, data should not be deleted. That's the objective. So delete pod,
Okay.
and you see data is still there. And if you create another pod using the same volume, In data, you can see that. See here, ls. See. Got it?
Got it. Yeah.
So that's the things about the PV and PVC. Very important component. RBAC is the administrator component. Okay. So this I will insist you to look at the this video. I mean this file and try line by line. And if you're stuck, I'll help you with that. I'm getting stuck. I mean my voice is getting stuck with some issues actually.
Okay.
So this tutorial, you have a line by step commands for RBAC. You have to follow. So, got it?
Got it. So basically we use RBAC in load balancer, right? For security
No,
purpose.
no, 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 no.
That is different.
RBAC,
Okay.
RBAC is basically authentication and authorization. So the access which you have is a super access. If you want to give other user access to the same cluster, what you will do? And that is where the RBAC is being used. So RBAC means uh, role-based access control.
Okay. Got it.